everyone, it's Crafty Karen. I'm here with a open collaboration which is just starting on the 1st of May, and this one is an open collaboration, Trashy to Treasures. And this is a collaboration that is started by the lovely Malia, Kathie from Kathie's World, and also joining them is Carol from the Magickal Touch studio and Kristie at Metta studio. Now this is an open collaboration, anyone can join in, and basically what we're going to do once a month is to turn our trash into treasure. So basically you're just using what you have at home. You're not buying anything new for this project, you're just using what you have. Now if you want to know more about this collaboration, I suggest that you head over to Malia's channel and check out the video that she has put out explaining it all, and she explains it very well. And Kathie from Kathie's World has also done a video explaining what the requirements are. Now if you join us in the open collaboration, one of the requirements that is asked of you is to put all the links that you'll see in my video in the description box into your description box, so that everyone who watches your video can check that out and see who's participating. I've decided to join along with this because I've got a lot of trash and it'd be nice to clear some out and to motivate me to use it. So one thing that I've had on my desk for quite a while, that's been sitting there looking at me and thinking, what can I do with that, is this empty box. Now there were crayons that I've got a box in a cupboard that I have a lot of crafty stuff in for when my grandchildren come over, and putting the crayons back in here was probably a bit too fiddly for the hands, so I just got a container and they've got all their pencils and crayons in there. So instead of throwing this out, I thought, why not attempt to make a little journal from it. And so that's what I'm going to do today in this open collab, and turn this trash hopefully into some treasure. So let's get started. Now I'm going to cut this box down first, and I'll just get this out here so I don't cut the material. And I got all these out because I've got so much of this, and my daughter was ordering online. This was during the lockdown, and was getting a lot of parcels delivered to her house, and a lot of them would have all this screwed up as stuffing for the packages, you know. I'm not sure whether they were from Kmart or whatever store she was buying from, and she was throwing them out, and I thought, no, I think I could use them, but I haven't had a chance to use them. I thought this would be the perfect time to use them. And so this is just other packaging, some cardboard, you know, and I'll try and make a journal with all this stuff. I have a basket behind me. I'll just grab it so you can see where, when I'm doing a project, I throw all the bits and pieces in. I'm sure many of you have a box in here. There's lots of, you know, scraps, and it's getting quite full. So this is also a good opportunity to use this, to do this open collaboration, to get this down a bit. So we'll use something from this tray as well. Like I said, if you want to know more about the collaboration, I would suggest that you would go over to the lovely Malia or Kathie and check out their videos where they explain it also. But hopefully you've got the gist from me and I've explained it okay. All right, so we're going to try and take this apart and try not to destroy it too much, and see what we can come up with. See if we can make a little journal out of this. Now I'm going to try and do this in 30 minutes, so there may be parts where I speed it up if I think I'm running over time. I think I've gone 5 minutes already, so I think I've waffled on a bit. And we'll get this cut down. So I'm just going to get my knife, my craft knife. I'm just going to cut these edges off. Right. Oh, I just realised it's going to be upside down, isn't it? That's okay. That'll have to be the back. That's because I put the opening on that side. That's a shame because I really wanted that as my front cover. But it's all good. We'll keep going. Now, so there's my little journal. So I'm going to probably, now that I know this is the outside, I'll probably try and cover this up with something, and also cover the inside of it as well. But first of all, we might try and just get some of these papers. So I thought I'd make the pages out of this packaging tape. So basically I'll just use my ruler again, and I'm just going to do this quite roughly. I'm not going to worry about straight edges, or because I don't want it to look too perfect. So I'll have those two. I'll just grab one of these other ones that are perforated. It's going to be all brown, isn't it? So we might just go into my rubbish bin and see what I've thrown out. Because I know I was harvesting some books the other day and threw some out, so we might add a bit of this in. You're probably thinking, why does she throw this good piece out? But it was a big book and I did want to keep every single page, but here I am pulling it out. So I kind of want to go that way. Fold this in half. Well, a bit more than half. No, it's going to be less than that. Kind of line it up there. Actually, maybe I could make a couple that can fold out. See what happens if I actually might tear a bit off here. Let's see what's in our trash box. We might grab this piece of music. Just put that over. Let's see what else. Right, let's see if we can get something formed here in signatures. We could probably get a couple more pages on here. All right. All right, there we got our signatures together. And what we might do now is just cover this. And I might go into my box down here where I've got some old book pages. All right, we'll get some glue down. Shall I use? Just slipping into these edges here, so we can tuck them over. Adding the paper onto the box will give it a bit of sturdiness. What else have I got in here? Some more old book pages, and I might add this just to add a bit of contrast in the colour that we've used. Get some glue on here. I'm just going to play around with these edges, get my bone folder and kind of get those creases back in there. Okay, and then we have a little cover from the Crayola box. Covered, and I might just think this up. Just grab my walnut stain, the oxides, and we'll link this up. Okay. All right. So we've got that inked up. We need to glue our, sew our pages in. And I won't trim them off yet. And I'm just wondering if there are going to be enough pages, so I might just grab a couple more of these book pages. I might just have 3 of these in to bulk it up a bit. Okay, I went away just to, so I didn't bore you with fiddling with the papers. So what I've done is I've got all my papers together, and there's 14 pieces of trashy paper I've got in here, and I've lined it all up and I've clipped the pages together, and I've gone in and I've just, I think it was 3.5 inches long, so I've just, you know, done 1/2 inch in with a mark, and then in the middle of that. So it's not exact, but it doesn't need to be this little journal because it's only tiny. And now what we're going to do is to put the holes right through to the cover. So I'll put the hole through the middle first, and hopefully it gets in the centre. That's the plan. I should probably do this on a book, shouldn't I? Just grab this one, just use the edge. So just line it up, hole through. And work out where I put that other one. We'll go about there. I'm just going to go through this way a little bit just to make sure it's gone all the way through into the back of it. And hopefully it hasn't moved. I just poked that into my finger. All right. Get some thread. Just count it 3 times. With a little bit extra. Go down the middle. Leave a thread. Back up the other end. Then I'm going to go right down to the bottom and back out through the back. And then back through the middle. Sorry if all my fingers and hands are getting in the way here. Just making sure that your 2 threads are on either side of the string there, and kind of make sure that it's quite firm but not too firm that you rip through. And put a knot in it. And then go around again. I want to go back the other way. All right. Move that out of the way. And just trim that off. All right, now I'm going to fold these extra bits in. So I want that to be like a flip out. Okay, I do think it needs a couple of more signatures. I just wanted to get that in there to see how much it would bulk up. But I think it's going to look pretty cool. So what I might do is I'll go and make a couple of more of these up and sew them in. So I'll just leave that like that. But what I did want to do is, just let me get this out of the way, and I'll do those other pages, is that I had somewhere here these bits of cardboard. So I thought I would put something on the front. I actually don't mind that that's rounded, so I'll go about there. I need to cut a bit of this off. On the front of there. I'm thinking I should use this because it then shows, somehow incorporate this in there. So it can let me know that this was the Crayola box. Almost needs to be cut off. Just a bit shorter. Making this look really awkward, I know. Alright, so we want that on about there. This was off another project I did. Just wondering. Just going to glue a bit of page on here just so that because the glue is not going to catch in those ridges. I kind of want a bigger piece though. Just using some glitter glue. I don't have any Fabri-Tac, so I'm not sure how long this is going to take to actually grasp. But just get that stuck on there. Bits of gauze thread still in that. Actually, I might grab some more actually. This is actually from a first aid kit that was very old and, you know, had use by dates that were used, so I just kept the gauze. So it's quite fragile, this. Just trying to, as you can see, I'll just... Alright, so what I might do with this is actually glue it on the front, but only glue it around 3 sides, so there's a little pocket there that maybe later on in the series I can put a tag in there. So I'm actually going to leave this to dry though. I'm just thinking I might need to put a couple of clips on there to hold it down before I glue it on there, so you know all these elements are well and truly down. Alright, so I'm going to go off now and put in another couple of signatures, I think, because there's... And I'll fix this page up and I'll come back and show you the finished item. Okay, I've managed to put the other 2 signatures in there, and now I'm thinking it might be too bulky, and I'm actually liking the way those come out at the top. So the other 2 signatures that you didn't see me put in are basically just the same pages that I've used in here. They're all junky things. This, because I didn't have any more of that other kind of glassini type bag, which was an old like stamp bag, I just used some baking paper that I use to put in between my books when I'm painting, and so the excess paint goes on other pages and stuff. So I just cut some of them up in there and stuck them in there. So So, and the middle page that was coming apart with, I didn't put any more of this music paper in because it's obviously very old and brittle. So I took it out of the middle page. And so each signature has just 12 little sheets in there. So as you can see, there's lots of pages. And it's, you know, yeah, quite chunky. So that's my trashy to treasure this week, a nice little journal. I'll have to work out what kind of closure I'll have. I'll probably just end up, I do have this, which was off a box of flowers that I got a long time ago that I've just chucked in there and never been able to use, and I thought this would go really well with it actually. So I might cut this down, keep the bow on, and cut that down and maybe do a little Velcro type of thing, because I think that'll be nice on there. So I'm going to use that, probably will use that as a closure now that I've put that on there. It's quite nice actually. But I'll cut that down and maybe put some Velcro on it so that it can open and shut. The Crayola box that I started off with, there's not much left of that, but I actually thought I'd keep these little pieces just to see whether I can, what I'll do is I'll make some tabs for the journal with the little bits and pieces, because you can't see what the actual cover was made out of anymore. I just thought that would be like a tribute to putting bits and pieces in there. But we'll do that further on as we add things to this trash to treasure little journal. My first one doing anything like this, or actually making a journal on video. So I know I kind of got a bit flustered and thought I won't do the whole signatures whilst on screen. And I'm sure you've seen it many times, but I really like the way that it's turned out. What do you think? It's quite cool actually. Nice little tiny thing, and I think it's about 4 inches by, we'll say 3 1/4 inches. So it's quite cute. What do you think? So I might cut these pages down a bit more, but I was thinking I like it all hanging out actually. Let me know what you think anyway, and maybe with some other trash, we'll make some little tags to go in there for the next one. Thanks for watching everyone, and don't forget to check out in the description box those other links to the other ladies that are participating in this. And like I said at the beginning, it is an open collaboration. Anyone could join in. Just make sure you add those links into your video if you do one. I think this is going to be a good collaboration. Let's get rid of some of our trash from our desk. All right, until next time, thank you.